So round 2, we get to be on the play, which is always great in Modern. This is definitely a keep. Question slightly. I assume we're just going to go ahead and get a. I think we just get a Steam Vents. So that way we can Serum Visions on 1, and then we can hold up Bolt and Snare on turn 2. Of course, we're probably just going to draw into an Inquisition, but that's fine. We can just get a or basic swamp, or a dual land. Steam Vents, B2, Visions. I'd like to know what we're up against next. I think Colgan's Command is good enough against pretty much everyone. So I think we just put both of these on top. Yeah, and we would draw. We could have the option to shuffle away the Colgan's Command if we don't want it for some reason. In case we're up against, I don't know. I guess we just really want to land instead. Delver, okay. I think we just. Yeah, I think we just bolt the Delver and play the Tar Pit. Draw a Colgan's Command, which is quite good in this matchup. All Grixis Delver today. Or I guess. Holding up Spell Snare. We don't really need to hold up Spell Snare for Young Pyromancer right now, because we're about to draw that. Let's just try and keep our life total high. We might also just click our opponent. Probably just going to click our opponent on their end step, and then see if we can clear away from Madcap Experiment. Assuming we draw land, or we can just Colgan's Command, shock, discard. He top bottomed on that. I think I'd rather do that. And I guess we can get basic islands. So he discards, shock that. Discard to terminate. Alright, so we're going to Serum Visions. Definitely not getting rid of the Snapcaster Mage. I think we still want the Inquisition as well. Kind of wish I'd already clicked my opponent. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll put the Inquisition on top and then put the Snapcaster on top of it. So we can, if we feel like the ways we don't need the Inquisition, we can just cast Madcap Experiment, and that kind of shuffles it away. And we're not going to draw step this, we're just going to end step the click. This is land. Pretty good chance we're going to want that Inquisition. I don't know. Yeah, I felt like we were getting mana leak there. Not happen. Bolts, fine. See this hand. It's got Counter Squall main deck. Okay. And he's got a Snapcaster Mage. I think we just take the Snapcaster Mage. Because the Snapcaster you can Snapcaster back to terminate. Yeah, that's fine. So he's got Snare, Squall. And we draw our Snapcaster Mage. Let's see. Can wait a turn and yeah, I think we have to wait a turn and draw the. I mean, we could just go for it and snare the Squall, and then he's. Yeah, I guess that's probably better than just. Yeah, there, we'll do that. I feel like we're probably not going to be able to realistically clear a path for this long term. Alright, Mana Leak, Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Water Graves in the bottom of the library. So his hand is now Snare, Unknown. It's important that your notes are accurately written. So now I think we pretty much will just leave up Snapcaster's Spell Snare for Terminate. We can, though yeah, it's not great in the face of his Spell Snare is obviously quite good against Snapcaster. Thought Scours himself. Okay. So at this point, I'm. That's true. I was gonna say I was gonna be happy to let him get that, but I think at this point we shock and rebuy a billion click. Yep. Right click. Okay. So I think we do the same thing as last time. Could even make an argument for fulminators, but so we took out this, took out that, took out one Inquisition. I guess that's the way to go. We're on the draw, so we might want. Usually, I like discard spells less on the draw, And he might want like an anger. So maybe cut Thoughtseize for an anger. He cut a Jace actually. Maybe cut a Bob. Just because our life total can be under much more risk like this. Alright, let's give that a shot. See if we can get some redemption versus Grixis Delver. Show them who the real Grixis is. This hand is okay. It's a little land heavy. The 2 creeping tar pits do some work. Oops. Probably just gonna play tar pit on 1, so that way we can play terminate on 2. Otherwise, if we want to leave up terminate, we'd have to fetch first shock land, because basic island does not cast terminate. He's gonna go over. Yeah, I think we'll just keep that. Please don't flip, please don't flip, please don't flip. Does not flip. Okay. Come at me, Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. Don't know that we're necessarily in a rush to terminate that since it didn't flip. So we could just Serum Visions and then probably play another tar pit. Don't hate that. Alternative, yeah, I just don't want to, like, I guess we could just fetch Mountain and terminate. It's a good chance he's holding up some sort of counter magic. But whatever. Hopefully if that doesn't, I mean this is like, whatever, 45% probably to flip, maybe 50. Okay, Dispel's a pretty good one. Spirebluff Canal, we don't need any more lands. Painless would be nice, but and we top the Dispel and play another tar pit. So just thinning. Okay, that's fine. He also probably was a mistake on his part to not use the Delver Scry. Okay, that's what we gotta terminate. We can do that with Dispel Backup. Yeah, I don't mind fishing Basic Mountain here. Fetches, probably has Spell Snare. Dispel, oh, Dispel. It's running Zendikar Dispel. This is clearly a better Dispel. That's, what is this? Let's judge the flavor text. We're F6. The Jawar wins undo reality as easily as they scatter a pile of leaves. And this is, I don't remember the flavor text. Ugin's arguments were unconvincing. Alright, so he just flipped the Delver. What did he reveal? He revealed a Counter Squall. Counter Squall is good. This feels like we want to click him. Like our hand's pretty stacked. Question of whether we want to shock ourselves to hold up the spell snare. I'm going to say no. Yeah. Question of when we want to click him. We could just do it now. I'm pretty sure you want to do it on his turn, either his upkeep or his draw step. I think getting the click, probably just go draw step. We can shock to make sure. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and shock. Not necessarily for the counter squall, but if he has got a terminate or a mana leak, we really need this to resolve so we can trade there. Oh wait, we don't have. Yeah, we do not have triple blue, so we will not do that. We will. That makes us more likely to want to do that. Just put stops in both places. Let me think about it. Yeah, I'll do it on draw step. Resolves, that's good. Click him. That Anger of the Gods would be pretty good right about now, assuming he bolts or terminates the Ventalian Click. Alright, so we can get rid of that. Alright. So I think we're going to get rid of, maybe not. Maybe we just leave him this. We got Delver, Squall, Squall, Snap, Pyro. Maybe we just leave him with all this because he's still kind of stuck on mana. But what are we doing on our turn? We're gonna like Snapcast or yeah. None of these cards will be able to deal with a Jace or a Bob. We can click and trade with the Insectile Aberration and go to 12. Then we've got 2 threats he's got to deal with and no threats in hand. He's only got right, Snapcast, there's no bolt in the graveyard. So somehow we're going to leave him with that stacked hand. Oh wait, that's right, he Colgan's commanded the click. Okay. That's different. Yeah, sometimes I am not so smart. Alright, so I think we want to... So we can Jace, block that, take 3, go to 6, and then we should be able to flip our Jace. Ew. Our life total getting that low when he's got 2 counter squalls in hand is a little tricky. But I think that might be our best bet. This is probably going to have to get another blue source. We do have Spell Snare to protect. There's the Delver. Alright. Damn it, I was supposed to fetch there. Yeah, I think we can safely throw away that. Alright, so we attempt to flashback to terminate on the flipped Delver. And I think we want to Snapcaster Dispel. Alright, since you didn't do that, I think we're just going to go ahead and go that way. I was going to Snapcaster the Serum Visions. That means he gets to squall us, and that puts us in some pretty bad range. Is that still better than just letting him with that? I don't think we want to get squalled. I think we have to leave up Snapcaster Dispel. This flips, that's pretty much game over. And flipped off the Murder's Cut. They're both coming after me. So cuts down, squall, snap pyro. And it's hard to see how I win this. I should have spell smeared that. Yeah, we did. We did. Alright, so when we're on the play, I do want the discard over the anger. I do want the bob over something. Over the Thoughtseize, probably. We could even bring back the Platinum Imperium package there, cut the bobs, but like, he's got Coal against commands and terminates. It's gonna be a little too hard to clear away, I think. Yeah, let's go with this. I kind of want this Thoughtseize. What could I cut? I could cut like a Dispel. Dispel is so good against Coal against command, etc. I could cut the Staticaster, I guess. It's a little awkward to Staticaster his Snapcaster Mage when I've got my Snapcaster Mage. But it's a way to answer an out of control Pyromancer. Alright. Fine. Okay, this is a reasonable hand. We're gonna force him to have two answers to Jace. This is gonna get Scalding, or not Scalding Turn. It's gonna get Steam Vents, either untapped. If he plays a Delver here, we will bolt it. Yeah, let's just run out the fast land. Probably has an answer for this one. I don't know if he's got an answer for the next one. I don't know, but terminate. Okay. See an answer for that one. Jace for days. At this point, since I drew the third one, I kind of wanted to have a removal spell for this one. Okay, he Thought Scours himself. Steam Vents. Got Bolt. He's got Bolt. Bolt. Musical Fruit. Not Tassiger. Not Tassiger is acceptable. In fact, that's perfect. That allows us to terminate the Tassiger and hold up Logic Knot. Yep. Flip. Jace. I think we discard the other Jace. Just start plussing. He is ahead on cards. How was he so far ahead on cards? I guess he just traded 1-for-1. It was 1-for-1 trade. I don't know. Being on the draw in this matchup's not terrible. Serum Visions go. Okay. Well, that sounds kind of like a plan. Yeah, I don't think we need more lands. I think we actually just run out the Dark Cop and the Bob. Because the only way he can deal with a Jace is with a Dreadbore, probably. We have Spell Snare for that. He doesn't have Terminate for this, or Bolt or something. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I do probably also want to Spell Snare on Pyromancer if that comes out. Bottom top. Tassiger, okay, that's fine, we can just terminate that. And we're going to do that. This is Inquisition at our convenience. Is this the pause of, you got what in your graveyard? I understand your pain. It is understandable. And Jason still had a bolt range because we're smart and we activated him every turn. Okay. So you're going to try and Colgan's command him out. Logic not the hell out of that. Just do this on our upkeep. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, because he can't replay the Tassiger this turn. That makes sense on his part. Painful truths. I don't think we can let him draw 3 cards. If Jace dies, he dies. Logic not, get rid of that, and one Jace. Okay. And Jace is not dead. Hooray, hooray. Jace can only go up, so he will go up. Before I forget, we'll Inquisition. See what we have to deal with. Okay, we definitely take the Colgan's command. Yes, because we can snare the. Okay. And don't really want more lands. Did not mean to have that in caps lock. So it goes. What's the other one there? Dispel. That's not a bad one. So I think on his upkeep we try and have him discard and rebuy Bob. He counter skulls and then spell that back. I think we dispel instead of spell snare. Spell snare gets. Oh, he drew its spell. Well, that's annoying. So his last card is spells Squall. We can dispel that. I think we just, yeah. We're not going to resolve that anyway. We can Colgan's command it back. Delver, whatever. In fact, this works out quite well. Because we flashback Colgan's command to rebuy. I think we just rebuy the Jace. Trying to think of whether I want Jace or Dark Coffin or Bob. I think we just want the Bob actually. Starts drawing us cards. I think that means we want to actually spell Snare. Counter Squall. So that way we can hold up Dispel. We need a second black source. Do we need... Yeah, Water Grave's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Alright, so Delver reveals Murderous Cut. Okay, so you want to hold up the spell. Yeah, Definitely turns out holding Dispel was better in this case anyway. And he's leaving a mana leak, which is fine. Assume he just gets on the beatdown path. Bolt revealed, and so I guess we just probably just go ahead and bolt him. And I guess we'll click him in his draw step. Just start putting on as much pressure as possible. He just concedes. I don't think he was dead yet. I don't know if he's got Electrolyze still in his deck. That would be pretty gnarly. But it was, yeah, it was not gonna work out so good for him. All right, so a little bit of redemption. Played a little bit less stupid, which usually is a good thing. It's a good thing to not be stupid. Try and limit our stupidity, as the name might suggest. All right, see you soon.